Oh, we're live. And welcome to Simon no茶の間. And I see Vids of your mum is there. Hi, Vids, if you're still there. And anybody else that may join with the lag. I've got my Frisbee. And I'm not in a park this time. I'm back home in my living room. My Fukui Prefectural Museum living room. Last week I was out and about and made a cock up. And had to redo the live stream, but now it's all under control, hopefully. So I got to, if you're there, to catch this. Whoa. Yes, parks. I was in a park last night. I had an Irish coffee. If you see my Instagram, you can see I was relaxing at the 16th century manor house cafe in my local park, having an Irish coffee. I thought that would be rather nice. Sat there in front of the ornamental pond, looking out on the park on a summer evening. But I'm now on the water, because a glass of Irish coffee was about 1,000 yen, 10 euros, which, I mean, I wasn't expecting to pay that much, but I was there. I'd ordered it, so I couldn't really refuse. But it was rather nice. But won't be having that very often. Had a nice little kick in it as well. Cycling back was interesting, because I've not had alcohol for at least 3 weeks. I'm doing very well. But yes, parks. Hey, Robert. Parks. Park life. Yes, I was out in on Thursday. Thursday I finished work usually in midday, and I needed to give the car a good run to clean out the exhaust, because it's diesel. So I trundled all the way to Ghent, which is about a half-hour drive from me. And I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well make my advert. So there's a rather nice park in Ghent. And I wandered around there with my gimbal and my tripod. And that's where you'll see in the advert, the ornamental waterfall. It's kind of like a Japanesey kind of pond with a Japanese lantern in it and everything. So that's what I did there. But yeah, when I was in Japan, one of the things I liked to do was just kick back and relax after wandering around Tokyo all day. It was to go and find a park. And there are plenty of them. Let's see, what have we got? Yeah, if I just shift to, here we go. Oh, this is some random. This is actually Tomoko Des. You can see there in her flowery top, just randomly. She's. I went to visit her and Mikey Chen. That's Mikey Chen and her husband and one of her daughters. And we went to the Tokugawa Museum in Nagoya. And they have a rather nice garden there. I did try and get some video of it. And there's a koi from a pond there. Very relaxing. It was a very warm day, I seem to remember. Tomoko Des paddled her bare toes in a stream. Yes. I don't know what you do, guys, Robert and Vids. What the park's like? You say you're looking across the street at your park. Now, could you tell us about it, Vids, if you're there? Or have you wandered off to your park? I'm going to pick up that Frisbee I threw for you. This is the Imperial Gardens, Imperial East Gardens of the Imperial Palace in Tokyo. And what they've done here, I've been to that quite a few times. It's a handy place when you're in Tokyo, if you just want a bit of calming green. But this particular area, what they did was they let it sort of grow naturally. They cleared it first of all artificial elements, and that was basically how it used to look before Tokyo was there. And this is more of the actually manicured, man-made garden of Tokyo Imperial Gardens, with the typical Japanese lantern there and the typical tourists. but it's very nice there. And if you walk straight down from Tokyo Station and head towards the Imperial Palace, by the time you get there, you're ready for going into the garden. This is the moat and the walls of what remains of Edo Castle that Tokugawa Ieyasu built. It's very nice. It's free to get in, I think. I think it's free to get in. They do inspect your bags, and you're not allowed to take food and drink into the garden. Just waiting for the next slide. I think there's another slide of the garden. Yes, this is sort of like quite near the entrance. My green screen. So you can see obviously the buildings of the Marunouchi district, which is a nice contrast with the older buildings in the garden. But I have to say that my days of going to gardens used to be numerous when my children were younger. I think this is also Tokyo Imperial Gardens. No, I tell a lie. This is Koen, if I pronounce that correctly. It's an old daimyo garden in the northeast of Tokyo, and it's like 6 stages of waka poetry are illustrated by the garden. I went there with Mikey Chen's husband. We wandered around. This is again Koen. I think there's a shot coming up of we stopped and had some green tea in the tea pavilion there. It's rather nice. Cycling uphill. Yes, I mean, not many parks have steep hills. There's little hills in this garden, but they're kind of like artificial. This jumping. No, I've got my pictures all mixed up. This is actually Kyoto Imperial Palace Gardens, one of the few main green spaces in Kyoto. This was back in 2016, I think. Yeah, I went there with Yoko Shibata, the YouTuber. Some nice stepping stones. It was a very warm day, so it was nice to get under the shade of the trees and stuff. Another reason for going. There's Yoko Shibata. There we are. But I can highly recommend that park. I mean, quite a lot of the parks are obviously in Japan are certainly designed like Japanese well, they are essentially Japanese gardens. This is jumping back to Belgium. This is my local park, which is where I was on Thursday night. Not far from where I was sitting, actually. This isn't a photo from then, but there's this sort of that bandstand there. That used to be on the main square in the town, and then they transferred it to the park. Now this is the Japanese lantern in the park in Ghent that I was in. If you look in the advert, the first shop has this in it, and just behind that sort of white rock formation is actually artificial rocks, and that's where the artificial waterfall. Very common thing in 19th century gardens to make fake rock formations. It was all to do with the sublime and that. And I actually have a moving pictures here. This is also on the way to the Imperial Palace Gardens. You pass or come close to Hibiya Park. That was it. It was very quick. Hibiya Park. Now, Hibiya Park in Tokyo was actually laid out in the late 19th century and in a European fashion, one of the earliest European-style parks in Japan. It's quite nice to walk around various fountains. This is actually in Yamaguchi. It's not so much a park as a garden, this one. And jumping back to Kyoto. This is not far from the hostel I stayed in. It's Iwata Palace, or otherwise known as Shoren Inn, and they have a very nice garden there. Yes, you've got to have a fairly decent depth for fish. Otherwise, they struggle. This is, I think, this is not Riki. I can't remember if this is Riki Koen or Shinjuku Koen. I think it's one of them. It's Japanese anyway. And again, here it looks kind of natural, but actually those are all rocks that have been placed there. A bit like the Japanese garden in Belgium, where all the features look natural, but are actually created. Hey, Tai! And we jump back to Tokugawa Museum Garden. 4 feet deep. 4 feet deep in it. Well, yes, Canada. Yeah. So I've never been actually to Japan in winter, so I've never experienced these gardens. I've always experienced these gardens in autumn or in spring, which is an ideal time for any kind of garden or park. Although parks in summer, yes, I mean, you can laze about, throw frisbees, feed pigeons, generally relax. Yeah, so building an ornamental garden in the snow belt. Okay. It's yeah. Under pond heating, that's what you need. So yes, this is back to that photograph of the Imperial Palace Gardens, where they let the area go back to wilderness, controlled wilderness, because it's Japan, you know. So how are you doing, Tai? Must be quite early in the morning there, I should imagine. A bit earlier than Robert. You and I both, Viz. In summer? No, I've not been in summer. Summer, I would need a really good reason to go in summer. You want to be there all the time. Yeah, I mean, I would on my own terms. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's all right when in Rome and all that business. Fifteen is jacket weather. I'm wearing my purchase from this afternoon from the second-hand shop, and it's a bit warm in this room. But looks the part. Mm. 6 months a year. Yes, Vids, that's ideal, isn't it? I mean, and I wouldn't go in summer. I would go in autumn and winter, and then like come back to, well, I don't know. I would come back to Europe for the remaining 6 months. That's a good idea. What kind of business are you hoping to garner? There's a word for you. Garner business. Oh no! Now you've excited Robert. There'll be an exchange in comments. Oh dear. Let's just get back to my living room. I mean, it's all right wandering around these parks. For quick streaming, try youtube.com webcam. Hangouts on air is being discontinued. I was messaging Radri about that. Programmer designer. Well, you should get in touch with Remy. Yeah, Hangouts on air is being discontinued, so not quite sure how I'm supposed to schedule events in that case. Hello, it's one of those son phoning at me. Hang on. Excuse me. Ex-wife. Hello, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. All right. Oh, you can come. You can come pick him up from here. All right. Okay. What time do I need to come and get him tonight? Okay, no problem. Yep. Okay. Right. Bye. Domestic stuff. Stream. I saw your email, Robert. Yes. But the Minicam will do it all right, I think. I'm going to have to try sort of the app here and see whether I can stream just the RTMP key and see, because it works fine on the phone. Where were we? Before I was in, I've got to come pick my son up tonight because it's going to chuck it down here, and he's only on his bike at his friend's about like 15 kilometers away. 6 people now. I've got 3 coming next week, but they'll all be together in one room with the one microphone and their shamisen. So I can cope with that. But you know. Hey, Dean. Hey. Oh, it's got the old crowd back in again. I bashed my fingernail weeks and weeks ago. Every video and every hangout since, I've had this black nail. I better write that down. I'm going to forget, aren't I? Hang on. I've got to pick my son up. Big piece of paper. Right. At least it hasn't fallen off. My nail, you mean? Yeah. This one did. This one was black for ages and then fell off. Lovely. Okay. Pick up son from plus minus 10 p.m. Okay. There we go. Yeah, well, the Minicam will stream on its own. I'll give it a try. I'll see what's happening. August the 1st. I've got a bit of time. Where were we? In a park somewhere, relaxing. Yes. For those of you who have been to Japan, which parks have you visited? I've been to Shinjuku Gyoen, Riki-gyoen, Imperial Palace Garden, and I think there was one other near Tokyo Tower. Off Koreakawa. I can't know the one near Tokyo Tower, which was a bit disappointing. It got the nice view of Tokyo Tower, but the park was a bit naff, sort of run down. Ah, yeah. Yes, that's true. I'll have to investigate that. I'll just Google, how you get guests on a live stream. What YouTube is doing for that. Otherwise, yeah. I think I can get I'd have to ask them to use Skype, which is a bit of a pain. Well, yeah. Sorry, distracted. Squirrel. Ah. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I looked at Streamlabs because Jackie Haru was telling me about that, and Streamlabs want your soul basically, and to have total control of your YouTube channel, and this, that, and the other, and then they'll give you free sort of streaming. And I thought, nope. Hamarikyu, that's yeah. Hamarikyu, that's in Tokyo, right? Right. I remember being near a station somewhere and needing something to do while I waited for my connection, and I went to a rather nice garden. Sorry, car transporter going past. So, Dean, do you get out to the park much? I mean, do you still cycle, or are your knees still shot? Well, yeah, multiple platforms. I don't think. I mean, I've got Twitch, and people have moved to Twitch from YouTube, but I mean, my audience is more or less your age. There's a few young people, and not quite sure I'd go down a bomb on Twitch. I mean, if I could stream simultaneously, kill 3 birds with 1 stone, as it were. But yeah, having to make. I mean, if I could yeah, do multitasking. No, it's just, no. Yes, a picnic. That's what we forgot. Who brought a picnic? I was going to. Yeah, I'm on a diet, so that's why I didn't bring a picnic. And my morning coffees on Saturdays have been reduced to a double cup of coffee and no chocolates. Hello. It seems to be working. Trousers that were tight are now slightly less tight. My mother, when I told her, she said, "Well, I hope when you come, you're going to give up your diet because, I mean, going to my parents in England in a couple of weeks, it's all like very solid food, British food with cakes and puddings and stuff. So, but I shall try and resist." There's not a lot of people in tonight. I'm sorry I didn't get a guest. I mean, my sources have been out. Saki's Japanese lesson has been asking her friends, and my friend Joshu has been asking his friends, and my friend Hiroshi has been asking his friends, and all these friends are either busy or shy, which is difficult, when you and also being 9,000 kilometers away from potential guests, although my guests for next week are not that far away from Berlin. Although I did investigate going to see one of their concerts, and it would have been about a 5-hour drive. Yes, it is. I mean, I can hold forth like I'm doing now, and I did that last week in the garden. In the garden, I had things to wander about and point at, and people playing music and stuff. But here I'm just with my green screen, and Manycam's being a bit of a pain. Last week or the week before, it would load YouTube videos, no problem, but I have to keep re-downloading the damn thing because it wasn't doing it today. I was going to have some nice videos playing in the background of parks that I've been to. But alas. Yeah, I mean, parks that I've been, here, yeah, there's only really one city park or town park. That's the one I showed you the picture of with the bandstand. And they have summer concerts in the evening. Used to go to those about 15, 20 years ago. Not quite sure whether they still do them, but that was quite pleasant. Nice surroundings. But there's not so much a park here for running about. And there is a recreation park. Yeah, there is a recreation park. It's not far from where I work. But and the kids and I used to go there when they were little, lots of playgrounds and stuff. But when you get to a certain age, and they get to a certain age, there's not a lot to do. You can go and be an adult and do the cross training runs and stuff, but that didn't quite appeal to me. It's not the sort of thing I'd want to do in the park. Is get sweaty or out of breath. Changes terms of service. That's a point. That's a point. I think I clicked accept on all my channels to say I accept the new terms of service. No idea what they are. Probably means you can't use anything that you used before. Yeah, it's a nice stroll in the park. YouTube sucks. Yeah, it does a bit. I mean, I was watching Radri's live stream yesterday, and fortunately, Radri, like I message him with my links, like all you guys, and he messages me with his links, so I was able to start watching straight away. And about 20 minutes into his live show, YouTube gave me a notification to say that he was live. I'm not a multi-stream downloader. I'm an honest guy. I'm just wondering if Englandese is going to show up. He said he would, but it's been raining heavily in southwest Japan. It says it's been continuous. Yeah, I was experiencing difficulty editing my advert. Actually, I needed some music, and usually I just like download it from YouTube and then take it as an MP3 file and tack that onto my video. Library. What's that? You're looking at a thing called Libri. It's it's eyeless. Lost its vowels. Take it back. Excuse me, this book's got no vowels. It's kind of like YouTube, but with no vowels. It's Phoenician then. You have to send us a link. I'm curious now. What could you... But no censorship. Oh, dear. It's one of those, is it? No, this is Simon no茶の間, not Three Old Dudes. So I have to be careful. going to have to take this jacket off. Like beads of sweat are accumulating. I can see on my screen that my face is shiny. Ah. Yes, brought a few. Yeah, but I was looking for a ukulele version of Parklife by Blur, and I found a 23-second video by a girl from about 10 years ago who was doing an a cappella version with and ukulele backing. And that's the only thing I could find, and it worked out quite well. I mean, if Ty can do some a cappella ukulele a cappella Blur songs, then that is very Oh, I'm gonna have to turn my. I'm glowing. Properties. Ooh. Oh, good on! Come on! That's better. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, there we are. Oh. Yes, I mean, I was watching one of Tokyo Lens's new videos. They're rather good. With he's teamed up with Victor, Frame of Travel. Go and check those out. But he was in comments. He was telling someone that it took him like over 4 hours just to find the music. It reminds me of the days when I made videos and I could edit the video within a couple of hours, but then it would take me about 4 hours to find the music. No music on here, unfortunately, and I'm not singing. My friend from Nihonbashi said sort of I had a nice voice, and I should perhaps sing, but I think not. Dean and Robert know what that's like. I'm waiting for interaction here. This is the thing. This is where a guest is essential almost. Next week there'll still be definitely musical interludes. With the shamisen players. Dead space. Dead air. Oh dear, dead air. Yeah. No, I shall not sing, Dean. Never fear. Never fear. Those days are over. I want to maintain my subscribers. Oh. Yes, I was going to give you a history of the parks, but I had a coffee and I went into town and I had a coffee instead, rather than searching up. I mean, to what extent a history of Japanese parks would have been interesting to the viewers, I don't know. Nothing you couldn't find out on Wikipedia. I mean, when I did go to these parks, when I went, Rikiguen was nice. That was laid out. It was a daimyo garden. I think this is from Rikiguen. This and Mikey Chen's husband and I walked around there, and it was very nice, very atmospheric. I didn't put that picture of the tea. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. I'm looking for pictures 2016. Have I got it? No, I didn't. Oh dear. Hang on. Let's go to playlist. Let's go, not that one, this one. All right. I can't see. Hang on. Where's it gone? I think my playlist is full. That's why. Oh no, I can add another picture. Okay. Media file. Pictures 2000. Was it 2017? No, it was definitely 2016. Sorry, I'm being distracted here. No, it wasn't there. That's strange. Or maybe it was here. Japan trip. Can't see it anyway. Ah, here we go. Yes. Okay. This is at Rikiku, and we had some rather nice matcha. And I've forgotten the name of the wagashi. That's it. Japanese sweets. So I think the last time I had that was in Nagoya. Green tea with gold bits in it. Back to Hibiya Park. Apparently, baby turtles crawl out of those ponds and wander about. And you have to be careful not to step on them and crush them, according to Victor Frame of Travel. And I had lunch with him on my first visit, I think, second visit. And he was telling me about that. It's gone quiet again. I can't do a Rainer. I was watching her the other day, Robert and Dean, in Japanese, because she hardly does English videos anymore. But it was like full speed. It's like no breath. Hello, there's this. Baby turtles are very cute, but they crush easily. Oh God, Bogdano's love wants to send you a message. What is it? I keep reporting these like dipshits on Instagram, and Instagram keeps saying thank you. We've taken this account down, and then just go and give them some incurable disease or something. Sorry, I was very negative. That let them be enlightened and see the folly of their ways. No. I mean, in real life, she does. I mean, but on YouTube, it's like I did when I was looking for pictures. I did find video of that time I went to Brighton and met up with her in Cafe and Jedi, and we did have normal conversations at normal speed. For those who don't know what we're talking about, I'm talking about Comical Rainer, Japanese friend from Vancouver, and she used to have a show called Hyper Chat, and now she sort of does English lessons for Japanese, but still at hyper speed. So if you're really accomplished in Japanese, if you're not Japanese and have a good understanding, go and check out Comical Rainer and see if you can follow. Have I got any photos from there? Is it all? No, it's all. I mean, when I go back, I'm speaking of parks. Oh, there's the park. What's this one? I think this is the park, my local park. Oh, I can't do that anymore. What is it? This one? Just having a look. Yeah, yeah, it's not a very exciting picture. Sorry. I'm afraid this is a very slow hangout this week. It's force of habit that I keep doing these, and consistency. I like to be consistent and offer my viewers and subscribers something at least once a week. This will all be watched afterwards and fast forwarded, probably. Where is this picture taken? Where? Which one, Vids? Which one? Hey, Englandese is here. Hey. Yes, Englandese is going to start a business in a van selling Japanese curry bread. The last picture, the one with the tall buildings behind the garden. That was the Imperial Palace Gardens near the entrance. Van bread. Yeah. There, your secret is out, Englandese. Oh, yeah, I was telling him about the rain. Yeah, you were going out for a walk in the rain. Very English. Yeah, it's actually not dissimilar here. I mean, it's not been as torrential as you've had it, but I was looking at the weather today for Tokyo, and grey skies and rain, and here it's grey skies and rain, and sweaty. So I feel connected in some way. Just trying to find more photos for you. What's this one? I've got that one. I think I showed you that. Yep, that's Ricky Koen. Ah, this is the one. It shows the. Hang on, I'll swap this picture. Ah, damn. For let's have a look. Media files. Where is it? Oh, what's that one? Nope. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Where did I put it? I've lost it. It's gone. Was it worth bothering with? I don't know. Ah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, this is where we had the. It's rather nice. Sat on these red cloth benches, having our green tea. Yeah, rain here. All the grass is going brown. I mean, it's not been burning hot or anything. It's just not been raining. So if you could send us a bit across Englandese, that would be good. I'm just going to go back to my living room. There we go. Next week I shall be more prepared. Has your son experienced rain then, Englandese? Has he been out in the rain and experienced that for the first time? I'm trying to remember when my son's. And I can remember my oldest son, the one I'm going to pick up tonight from his friends. We got him a little pair of wellies. We were at Coniston Lake in the Lake District, and he was like stamping through puddles in these wellies. Those were the days. Yes, actually, I mean, and now he's fully grown man, and tomorrow, they may not like me telling you this, but he's going to get a kilt because he actually plays the bagpipes, and he's in a group that plays bagpipes here in this town, and he's going for his kilt fitting. Expensive things, apparently, kilts. That'd be interesting if he gets it and we go to England. I'll show you a shot of where we live in England, and then let's have a look. Because you can just imagine him on a hill. There we go. Pictures. No. Pictures 2016 again. We've got no pictures of. No. 2015. No. 2017. No. Oh, never mind. I was going to try and show you the hill near my parents' house. Sort of an ideal location for playing bagpipes on. Aye, bagpipes. His brother cringes every time. Every time. Gosh, you could actually go and play bagpipes in a park. That's just like, I'll just get rid of this stupid person from Instagram. 0 followers, 0 posts. Decline. Go away. Let's see, if I do this. Image. No, I can add photos in there, can't I? Media files. I'm determined to find you a photograph of. 2014, maybe. No. Got one somewhere. Surely. Got that many. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So you can imagine my son playing the bagpipes. This is England, by the way. Just up behind my parents' house. But you can imagine him playing the bagpipes there. We don't really need a park in my hometown. Just walk a few sort of 100 yards outside the town boundary, and you come to this. It's rather good. Freedom, yes. As long as he doesn't start painting his face blue and stuff, or being a Christian Scientist or a mad Catholic or something. If anybody's wondering where Frederick is on a boat um, on a lake in Zurich. Apparently, he messaged me earlier. Frederick usually is in the comments. Might as well become both. A mad Christian Scientist Catholic, otherwise known as Mel Gibson. Yes, in 2 weeks I shall be off to England, and in its final days before Brexit. And then for Christmas, it'll be all a mystery whether I'll be able to get to England or not, whether England will have crashed and burned. He is enjoying retirement. Frederick, not Mel. I don't know, wish Mel was retired. Yeah, retired. Wistful looks come across our eyes for all those over a certain age in the audience. I'm going to get rid of this picture. Hang on. Let's go back to. There we are. Yes, unfortunately, the theme parks was just. I mean, I just happened to be in that park, thinking, yes, I've always wanted to do that. That film, that waterfall, and have that in a little video, which is the main reason I did the advert. And then I thought, well, what am I going to call my show? And I thought, oh, Park Life. Yeah, that should do it. But of course, I didn't go into any great depth thinking what I could talk about. Dear Vids, you have to take a holiday. And to my Japanese friends, please, please take holidays. Take them, grab them, and take them. defy the cultural norms and take your holidays. I'm certainly looking forward to mine. I've got a pinched nerve that I've had for a couple of weeks. I might have to go and see the doctor about it. And I think it was being caused by lifting 40-kilo boxes of tiles or shifting several tons of sand and cement rather too energetically. Grab them by the holidays. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that the weather will be slightly cooler when I go to. I'm remembering last year when I went to England in summer, and it was we'd travelled 10 hours and to the far north of England, just under Scotland, and here it was like 35 degrees in Belgium, sort of almost Australian weather, definitely Japanese weather. And so we were hoping and hoping and hoping that when we got to England, it would be better. And it was slightly in the north of England, but it was still warmer than normal. But now, hopefully, looking at the weather now, if it doesn't suddenly switch and become horrendously hot, it should be okay. And then I can go and wander about in parks in England. Yes, I should imagine being stuck behind a computer all day at home. You'd want to go out and be, yes, to be free. once you've got your Japan and home sorted. Yeah, but you'll probably be working there as well. Are you taking any holidays this year, Englandese and Thai? Are you going to pop back to the UK, or have you been back since the birth of your son, Englandese? I mean, I know it's not something yeah, I said pop back, yeah, but you can't really pop back. It's a bit of a logistical nightmare to do that, I should imagine. Let's see if I got any video that I can show you. Uh, if there's a park, I put it in videos. Loads of videos. Non-relevant. Or largely irrelevant to the subject, fortunately. Oh well. Well, there's 3 minutes to go, folks, and I'm sorry. It's a bit of a damp squib this week. It's my abilities as oral and oral not oral audio wallpaper. Let's put it that way. As audio wallpaper and background. Yes, it's been fun. I mean, I hope it's fun for those who watch after the event. Oral, yes. Oral wallpaper. Um, it wouldn't. This would. If I edited this down for a podcast, it would last about 5 minutes. I'm sorry, but next week on the Simon no茶の間show, let's get back to that. It should be back business as usual, with guests and music and liveliness. Yeah. So hopefully you will join me again next week, and the week after that, I shall be driving to England on the Saturday, and so depending on how I feel, my show will maybe on Sunday the 29th of July from my parents' house again. It could be on the phone, or it could be. I'll try and take my son's laptop computer and use tethering on my phone to get the necessary data to do it to the final hangouts on air on the 29th of July. No, I shall not be doing a driving live stream. I mean, I could. My son does part of the driving now, so that's handy. But I need still to be alert doing that. But no, it'll be from the comfort of my parents' home, using my son's laptop and untethering. I did that with Nosh Abroad last year as a guest, and that worked quite well. So I should be doing a live stream. I'll try and get a guest as well if possible. But anyway, next week, 3 shamisen players from Berlin. Mitsune is the name of their band, their group. 1 German, 1 Japanese, and 1 New Zealander. 3 ladies. So they'll be the guests next week, and I look forward to seeing you all there then, hopefully, and more viewers. I shall promote the blazes out of it and message people who who are interested in the shamisen, who play shamisen and all that kind of business, and see if we can get them to come along and watch. But for now, it has just turned the hour, and I shall bid you farewell and look forward to seeing you all again next week. See you, everybody. Bye for now.